has done a total of 8 votes, adding up to 8 new creatures the community has come up with these past few years. But that got me thinking, with the 8 creatures that have been voted into Ark besides these 2, which are the creatures that made it into the top 10 should return? So that's what today's video is going to be about. But before we go straight into it, I want to address a few things. First, that being, during this video, I probably pronounced 50% of these creatures' names wrong, so don't flame me too hard about that. Next is that creatures are being ranked. I'm mostly going to be based on the creature itself, if we have anything like the creature, how many maps this creature has been submitted, or how many maps do I think this creature can fit in, and my personal opinion of the creature itself. I also do mention a few times the creature's concept a bit, but for the most part, I'm mostly talking about if this creature returns, should it keep or change its original concept. But finally, I just want to mention none of what I say is law. So just because I have a creature I feel like shouldn't return, doesn't mean you have to follow that as well. This is just mainly my personal opinion. But with that out of the way, let's get straight into my ranking of what creatures should return in the Ark votes. Alright, first we got the Icon Onyx, I think, and I'm just gonna put this guy in the not interested. But I'm also going to skip ahead, and I'm going to put the Mirror Onyx here, because here's the thing, they're both different creatures when it comes to like abilities, designs, and just overall, but they're going to be default a cheetah, you know. So let's just say, because the Mirror Onyx I know is making its class return it for Valguero, let's just say if this thing won, then I feel like I would put this in should not return. But for me, I just put non-should, because I also do understand that like that right now Ark is really like when it comes to felines, and I definitely do think a new feline creature would be nice, but I'm not overall interested compared to the rest of the creatures here. Ariostion, I think. I'm gonna put neutral. Not too much to say about this creature since its first ever debut that I can remember, or I'm pretty sure, was Extinction. And it was a decent creature I thought that would be cool. It wasn't very high up on my ranking, but overall it's okay, you know? Armadillosaurus or Armadillosaurus, that for some reason I put. I'm putting him not interested. This guy was put in the top 10 quite a few times, but I don't know. I think it's just overall like an okay looking-ish creature and whatnot, and I don't know, I don't feel like it's necessarily needed, and there's not a lot of the maps I can think that could fit very well. Maybe Valguero, maybe Lost Island, I don't know. There's not a lot of maps I think this guy will go good with. But Jadasaurus, I feel neutral for this creature. Think it'll be kinda neat for a new sauropod. Even though that we just got the Dreadnoughtus as the most recent creature for these votes, so I'm not like, oh, another sauropod should be added to Ark. But I think this creature overall is cool. I just don't see too many of the maps it works well, honestly, so not mind to see this guy make a return, but I don't think there's a lot of maps it can return at. I think the center's like the most perfect map for it. So as far as Bodia, I think I'm gonna put this in this could return. For diversity when it comes to the Heterosaur, I could be wrong, honestly. I'm not fully sure what the family these guys fall in, but I'm pretty sure it's part of the Parasaur and the Iguanodon. We need more of those guys, because they're cool and whatnot. And I'm not really against this guy being added or return at any point. I feel like there's quite a few of the maps that could return as, and definitely not against this guy. Bastion Beetle. Oh, one of the very few creatures I fell in love with this design and concept. But this thing should not return. I love the Bastion Beetle. Everything about its concept to its male and female has different like effects or like things it can do, how they interact as larvae, and obviously the rocket launcher and the minigun saddle. I loved everything of it. But I can definitely say this guy is definitely past its time, and realistically, a big flying bug that has like some of a minigun and rocket launcher, the Rhiniolantha kind of does that with its like railgun thing it has with its tail and the homing rocket. So I don't see a purpose of the Bastion Beetle returning. I would love it, but like at the same time, I don't think we need it. But we'll be down for our new beetle creature added to Ark still. Alright, next we have the Bison. I don't know where to put this guy at. I think this guy does have a chance to make well when the some of the maps, but I think I'm putting it in the Should Not Return since I feel like it's a little bit past its time. Even though I knew like, not, I don't know if I would really say cattle, but to be fair, I don't know what bisons are classified under. But like, just the creature itself is so cool, and I would like a more of a cattle like creature in the game, but unfortunately the bison has passed its time. The Ceratosaurus, I should put Should Not Return. If you definitely like to play modded Ark, there's a good chance you have some of the Ark Editions mods. So honestly, in my opinion, just install the Ceratosaurus one for that. And I don't really see this guy returning anytime soon at all. I mean, I have not seen anyone really submit this creature that much after Lost Islands. If I think that's when this guy was first submitted. After that, I didn't see it at all. So I think everyone concluded that this creature should not return because you can just install the mod. Even though I feel like it's a little bit unfair to say, since there's probably some of these creatures here, there are mods for them. I know there are some. I feel like a mod like this that's very well known at that point, and everyone, especially if you play on Ark Ascended, have easy access to mods. There's like really no big point of this guy returning. So yeah. Cosmosaurus, I'll put him under neutral, since the fact that whenever its concept was released during the Aberration vote, it's gonna need a bit of a change with its idea. I know I'm pretty sure I said earlier that we're not going based on the creature's concept at all. It's just the creature itself, what maps is available, and how many times it's been submitted. But I feel like it's fair to just mention this, since this guy is meant to be like a walking lantern, and obviously that only really works with Aberration and with the other maps. Even though there are some maps that, of the custom arcs mainly, have Aberration areas, I don't think like it having the light thing is 100% needed. So I'm definitely neutral for this guy returning. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put him could return, because you know, we need a new Ceratops or a new Triceratops like creature in the game. It's been a while since we had one, so make him return. Okay. I'm gonna try to pronounce his name. The Chimorachniging. Oh god, I did not pronounce this name right, but I'm putting this on the Should Return. This thing's so cool, especially what it's been shown as. It hasn't been submitted too crazy much. As I remember, I believe it's only like 2 votes. And I feel like there are some other maps this guy could work at. Maybe like Genesis Part 2, maybe even Part 1. I can see this guy maybe walking in the bog area in Part 1. And I feel like Genesis Part 2 fits well with this guy. So I feel like this guy should return. Our first, yes, Darwinopterus. I'm going to put this guy could return, honestly. One thing we haven't gotten in a little while is like more of a smallish flyer. I think the last one, to be honest, was the Desmoses. I mean, it's not like small, but you know, it's a small compared to like most of the other flyers. I feel like this Darwinopterus will kind of fit that as well. And yeah, if I honestly want a new flyer, I kind of want more something that's like not big. But since like the 2 most recent flyers that were added were like more big creatures, like the Rhinognatha, and I'm gonna count the Oasis as a flyer since it can float. I mean, maybe difference compared to flying and floating, but they're 2 gigantic creatures that can soar in the sky. So I kind of want something more smaller rather than a gigantic creature, so I feel like this guy has a good chance. The Dire Otter, I don't think this thing should return at all. I just have no interest in it. I mean, a more big, aggressive, more like otter. I mean, that sounds kind of cool, but like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like this thing has been submitted way too much, so I don't think it should return. Not really interested in it. Edmontonia, this thing shouldn't return, and it's not that I don't not have been submitted that much, or that, yeah, I think it's like just kind of but it's the fact that the person who submitted this is the creator of Ark Editions, and he's actually currently working on this creature right now for Scorched Earth, so definitely can't wait to try it out. I'm definitely very excited, so I don't think this thing is going to return at all because of that reason, so Giant Moa, this is also should not return. The main reason is that, like, I don't think we need more avian-like looking creatures. I mean, we have the Yingling and the Gigantoraptor coming to Ark, and they're like big, feathery guys. I mean, I know that some of the dinosaurs are more bird-like rather than big reptilian guys, but I don't think we really need any bigger birds. I feel like we got enough currently already. So I feel like definitely need to take a little bit of break, maybe till more of the end, before adding a new bird-like creature. And to be honest, there's not a lot of like other maps the giant moa could fit in. I feel like maybe Lost Island or yeah, mainly Lost Island, because that's the only like major desert area I can really think of off the top of my head that would like fit well with these guys. So don't think he should return. Giant hermit crab. This guy. I feel like this guy could return. Honestly, I feel like maybe Crystal Isles would be a pretty decent map for this guy. I don't know about any of the other maps. Maybe Lost Island. I could see that definitely. But overall, I think it'll be cool. I mean, we only have like one crab-like creature in the game, that being the Carcanos. But like a full-on crab that can hide in his shell and whatnot, or whatever its concept it was, I think that would be cool. I think it would be cool. The Gigapithecus. I feel very neutral about this guy. Would it be cool to have a new like serpent or like snake in Ark? Yes, but I don't think I'm very like in the need of saying like, oh, we definitely need one. Would it be cool? Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not too interested. But boy, the good old Gorgonops. I'm sorry. This is like my most wanted creature to be added in the game, the Gorgonops. And it's so unfortunate the fact that how many times it's been submitted, and even though it's been in the top 10, it's never done well. And I feel like it was submitted for extinction. It definitely should be a closing for this guy. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, there'll probably be modders out there working on Gorgonops mods. Probably will eventually try them out because it'll probably be cool. But unfortunately, this guy should not return. And we're going to put this guy should not return as well, the Hexagopteryx. I have no interest in this creature at all. This thing's been submitted so many times, and it's just doing whatever it can to just fit well with that map or whatever. It's just, eh. And like I said earlier, when the Darnopterus, I'm not interested in a big flyer, honestly. Some people would want a new one, and I can understand that, but like, I just have no interest, and I'm definitely glad to hear that its last debut or its last run is going to be for Valguero, which I feel like it won't win. Me personally, I have a feeling it won't. The Jumping Spider. I'm gonna put this guy temporarily at non-interested. Now, the main reason why is that, one, I love the Jumping Spider. I think it would have been a cool creature to be added. I definitely felt like I should have won the Aberration vote. That's just me personally, but oh well. But the only reason why it's under not interested is because, well, it didn't make it last run in Extinction, so I doubt it's returning. But there's also a Jumping Spider mod that's out there. I haven't tested it out. I feel like I need to in order to have a full-on justified opinion if that mod just does what I would have wanted the Jumping Spider to do. If so, then I'm gonna like put this on should not return. I'm just putting on not interested because a part of me would still love it for Ark to actually have a new arachnid in the game, because the only two that we have is the Ariel and the Bloodstalker, but like the Bloodstalker's more of a like alien kind of looking spider, and I kind of want like a new full-on like actual cool looking spider, and you know, we kind of really don't have that, which is really weird because the Ariel is something. The Kulasukis. I'm gonna put this guy under Kill Return. I feel like there's not a lot. Actually, you know what? No. He's going to should return. This is definitely a creature I really wanted to win Aberration. It didn't. Oh well. But there are quite a few maps I'm thinking about that kind of fit with the Kulasukis. Like, it could fit well with Lost Islands with the one swampy area. It can fit also in those bog area in Genesis Part 1. Probably could fit in Genesis Part 2, but I'm not 100% sure. Could maybe be okay in Fjordur, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Would definitely love to see this guy making the game. Ledumondia, I think. Very neutral about this creature. I think overall is a very cool, definitely a very unique looking creature. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know. Because like, I feel like depending on if this creature does return, whatever vote it's in, there's like a good 50 chance it might not even make in my top 5. So I don't know. I think it's a cool looking guy, but not a big fan of it. Leviathan. I don't know if this supposed. I don't think it's supposed to be Leviathan or whatever, but it's maybe close. I don't know how to pronounce. I'm gonna put this on there. Not interested. Now this guy would be very cool as a big aggressive whale, and definitely during the time whenever it's submitted, we didn't have like a proper whale. Sure, we had the space whales. I forget their names. Astro something. Can't think of them on the top of my head. But the thing is, the Shastasaurus won the vote and is coming in within a month. So there's not a lot of like interest I have with this particular creature. Because if we were gonna have a new aquatic one, I feel like there are way better options out there. So I'm gonna put it under not interested. I wouldn't be against if this thing returns, but I also think there's like better aquatic creature options. Alright, now we have the Mappa Ox. Oh god, I pronounced that bad. But I'm pretty sure this is just a Megaraptor. I'm putting this gun under neutral. I don't know if we need like a new raptor in Arc, but I mean, I wouldn't be against of this guy returning at all. I think it'd do well Valguero. I can understand that. Maybe it can bring back its original Scorched Earth concept, which I thought was cool, that it can gain like effects with it eating the talons or whatever of wyverns, and since Valguero has wyverns, you can fit pretty well with that. But other than that, just little mutual with this guy. Majungasaurus, this guy I feel like could return. I feel like, you know, I really mainly like this guy's design whenever it was submitted. It was like a weird, like, theropod chameleon hybrid kind of creature. I thought that was really cool. And I feel like it could fit well with, even in being in Valguero, I feel like it could fit pretty well. Lost Island, I can definitely see it as well. Maybe Genesis Part 1? Maybe? I don't know. Because I feel like the only area it would fit was the bog, but most chameleon-like creatures, I don't think they really inhabit the swamp, but I could be wrong. I'm not a full expert when it comes to stuff like that. So, I feel like this guy could return, and I would definitely put him in my at least top 5, maybe. Mitobite, this is a really cool looking creature, but I don't think this thing's gonna return at all. I really like its design because it was like one of the very few, like, holy crap, that's a very unique looking creature, because I don't think we've had anything submitted like it in Arc, but I feel like it only does well in Aberration, and I can't think of any other map this thing could fit well at, honestly, so unfortunately he's not going to be returning. Motogragus? I feel very neutral about this guy. I mean, it's just a goat. So, like, it won't be something crazy like a crazy late game creature. It's just gonna be a goat, you know? I think it'll be interesting to have more diversity when it comes to herbivores in Arc. But other than that, I'm not 100% interested in this guy. Nothosaurus. See, the issue is, when it comes to most of these aquatic creatures that are on here, we're gonna definitely eventually go through a lot here in a bit. I can already see some. I just don't know, you know? Could we get a new aquatic creature? Yes, but like the only map that would fit very well with that would be probably Genesis Part 1. And that's like really the only thing that we got. So, I don't know. We'll put this guy under neutral for now, since I think the creature itself is really cool. It's a little like redesign or whatever it got, I think during the Sender, I could be wrong. It was really cool, I liked it, but not crazy for it. Orcanus, or the orca, pretty much, I'm not interested. I mean, it's cool, it would be cool, but I'm not like too interested with the guy or with the creature. Ormain Onyx, which, wow, there's a lot more options than I remember. Put under not interested, because like this creature definitely would benefit a lot from Aberration when it was originally submitted. I don't know about the other maps. I mean, it'll probably have to get a new redesign with it to fit the other maps, so I don't know. It's okay. The Ozamek, I love this goofy guy. Such a weird looking creature, really. It's like big, not big, but like it's like a weird gliding creature or something. It legit looks like a creature or like a dragon from the How to Train Your Dragon series. It's a weird looking guy, and I think I really like him for that. You know, I can definitely see this guy being submitted again for like Crystal Isles against the other elemental wyverns. Could also maybe work decent in Fjordur or Valguero. I feel like those other maps could fit well with it, so I feel like this guy should definitely return. Paleo Octopus. I feel like I'm neutral. Yeah, more neutral with this guy because I think it would be cool if we actually have a new like squid or octopus like creature. Obviously, this is an octopus. But I don't know where I would want this guy to be at because it's definitely more of a land-based octopus, at least when it was submitted as. I'm not sure what other maps it would fully fit. I feel like it would have to go to a redesign in order for that. I guess it's just very neutral because I think the creature itself I really like the idea of. It's just, I don't know what map it should return to, so. The Panthery Aatrox or Atrox. I feel like I put this guy shouldn't in return because, like, I don't know, it just feels kind of boring of a creature to be added. It's definitely up. It definitely was probably high up there due to the fact that it was a new feline and it would have been kind of interesting to have a new feline. But I think overall it'll just look kind of to fit an arc, and maybe it could fit well with the other maps. But I just really am not interested at all. It'll just be maybe a less cool looking saber-toothed tiger, pretty much. I mean, the saber-tooth isn't something crazy looking in arc, but it just would feel kind of boring looking to me. The Fimix or the giant lobster, I feel this guy could return. It's kind of like there with the giant hermit crab, that being a new like crustacean creature would be pretty cool. But I don't know. I feel kind of neutral, really. Well, not really neutral. I feel kind of like unsure where this guy could fit well in. Like, I can definitely see in Genesis Part 1 with the water area. I mean, maybe it could do like, it can fit somewhere else, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe Fjordur could also be an okay map, but I don't think this guy should return, but I definitely would not mind seeing this guy return. Pyroraptor, definitely neutral about this guy. I feel like the only most perfect map for the Pyroraptor would be in Genesis Part 1, the magma area or whatever. That would definitely make a lot of sense because I feel like if he was added, it'll be a raptor doing nothing but fire related attacks and whatnot, and definitely feel like the Pyroraptor will benefit a lot from there. The Razana? I don't know if that's right. I'm not interested in this creature, maybe because that recently the most recent crocodilian creature was added in Arc Ascended, that being the Thlassuchus. So I'm not too interested in it. I'm not against it, but I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of other like areas that would fit really well at mainly. So I'm too interested in this creature. The Savadis. So put under not interested. I think it would be cool to have a shark, but then again, we're also having the issue that this creature would only really work well on Genesis Part 1, and I don't know if I really want a new aquatic creature for Genesis Part 1 really, so I'm not too interested in this guy. The Sora Poseidon. I'm going to put this guy under the should return actually. I think in my personal opinion, I like this creature a lot more than the Dreadnoughtus. I mean, Dreadnoughtus is cool. I mean, it's a big, gigantic sauropod, which is cool and all, but I just really fell in love with the idea of the Sora Poseidon. I don't know, I just really like the Sora Poseidon more. Mainly it's just because it's music theme. The Shuna? I don't know. I put this guy under neutral. I like the idea of a pretty armored sauropod, and I think that guy would definitely fit well with it, especially with its club at the end of its tail. I don't know if I would want it over. Definitely don't want it over the Sora Poseidon if we were gonna get a new sauropod in the game. But I wouldn't be too against this guy added. I feel like Fjordur would actually fit very well with this guy, actually. The Silitharium, I'm gonna put it under neutral. I do believe there's like a mod that is out for these guys. Definitely a couple mods if I'm right. But added in base arc, I think a very neutral because there's like a few maps I think that could work well. Like I definitely think Lost Island could work well with the Silitharium. Fjordur could also work well, since I feel like Fjordur will have another, like, mammal-like creature. Because I feel like it just makes sense with that map to have more mammals than anything reptilian or avian-like. So, Next to go minus, I'm gonna put this thing under not interested. Mainly because the fact that, well, this creature actually just got recently funded for Arc Edition, so probably after the Edmontonia's being done, I imagine this creature is being worked on next. So probably stay tuned for that for more like maybe later on this year, I would say. So yeah, definitely excited for this guy to be made. The Tansy Throw Fetus. I'm gonna put this guy under not interested. I mean, it's just a little thing with a very long neck. I don't know, just not too interested, honestly, in that creature. The Terraterpetion. I'm gonna get so destroyed in the comments from this video. Oh my god. But I'm gonna put this guy under neutral, since I think overall it's a decent and cool looking creature. But it's not nowhere near my favorite, especially whenever I was in the top 10 of the Aberration line, or the Aberration creatures. So I feel like this guy definitely would like fit well in Valguero, because this guy would definitely climb well with that. I don't know about the other maps, but I'm not against this guy. Alright, the Thoropterus, I think. I'm gonna put this guy under non-interested. I mean, it's pretty much a big, giant flying fish. So, I mean, it's cool for the center, but not really interested in this guy. Thylacomilis, I think. I'm gonna put this thing on there. Could return. I wasn't huge fan of the idea of this guy. Definitely would need a big redesign, mainly just what it looks like compared to a submitted as, because it had a lot like element stuff on its face, and well, doesn't really make sense for this thing to still have that, since that was more Extinction's aesthetic. So I want to be against this guy being added, but I don't think he's a should return. We have the Tinoceratops under should return. This guy's a big giant Ceratops, and I think this guy would make a great addition to the game. I mean, what's not to love a bigger, more bulky, tankier Triceratops, pretty much. I say that's a cool creature, you know? So this is my ranking, and what do you think? And what did you think? Let me know down in the comments what creature you'd like to see return in a future vote, or maybe a creature you don't want to return. I'd love to hear what your opinions are. But that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, so hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Hitting that subscribe button, that would be appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and have a good one.